It's another one. We got
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Winston. He finds Robinson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Jameis to throw it. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete. The Rams at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Winston. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. He's got room at the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Winston now. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football
On third down, Winston. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Akers. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and goal, Winston. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Touchdown, Rams! Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to...
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You
get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip him inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Winston. Buying time to his left. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp from 4 yards out. And the Rams have moved out in front. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it.
third and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because third and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. On the counter, this is Akers. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run here with Akers. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll run a draw now with Akers. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Third and goal, Winston. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing is Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to come.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Brandon Ayuk now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Hurts, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Stiff-armed him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Hurts. And this is caught by Smith. Touchdown 49ers. Devontae Smith, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 66 yards. And the 49ers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Here's Hurts to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk,
A 14-yard touchdown.
and the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The kick is good.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Rams 21.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I would dare say that these guys would like to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Now Winston on 4th down. He's got Higbee complete right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it paid
first down. They'll throw again. Winston. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
2nd and 11. Now Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I think every player in the NFL would want to come back from injury, as Nick Bosa did last season. 15.5 sacks, 4th in the NFL, after playing in only 2 games the prior season due to a knee injury.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what we would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 75 yards. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game, that's a bonus for any team. And what a nice play right there, tackling him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Got his target, Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. But he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Troy Hill picks it.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down the 15-yard line.
This is almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep it from going all the way.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you we won that battle on the last play.
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Winston now. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to Tyler Higbee. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Play fake. Winston. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd down and goal. Hurts. Touchdown 49ers. Devontae Smith with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Winston. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time.